Hello everyone, this is James at the Marshall Archive. First, I must apologise that I haven't done a video for some time. I've been busy doing other things and my channel is not exactly hugely successful, so but I do still want to make videos and put stuff up because there are a few people who give a damn. Today we're going to look at some new acquisitions to the archive. I have some posters that have come in over the last couple of months actually. It's been a bit of a quiet time recently, there's not much about, so I just let things accumulate. So there's those posters, I've got some Japanese books we're going to look at, and some new DVDs. And I'm going to talk a little bit about stuff in between. So let's start with the DVDs, then we'll do the books, and we'll do the posters, because that's a hard part. So in the middle of June 2022, the Thai government forced me to leave the country due to my visa expiration, and I chose to go to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. I was hoping that I would find a lot of movies there like I did last time I went, about 7 years ago. Is it that long? Yeah, it was a long time ago that I went, but I found quite a lot of movies there. I brought back some Indonesian stuff on VCD and some DVDs of Hong Kong films, and then just before I was going, I was researching, trying to find where the film shops are now in Kuala Lumpur, and it turns out there's actually none. They've all closed because of COVID crap. The big chain store, Speedy, I was hoping to go and look at their stuff, maybe pick up some more Shaw Brothers DVDs, but every Speedy is gone. So unfortunately, RIP physical media in Malaysia. It seems there is very little in the way of film releases there these days. Everything's on the internet, which sucks. I hate it. I only managed to find 2 places that had anything for sale. It was mostly TVB TV stuff, and whilst it did have English subtitles for the most part, it's not something I really want to spend my money on and waste time watching a 30-hour TV show which is just so-so when I can spend money on film stuff instead. So I only managed to find 2 films to buy whilst I was in Kuala Lumpur. The first one is Let's Go from 2011, which doesn't look like a great film, but it has some okay actors in it. Has a lot of cameo appearances, including Jimmy Wang Yu in one of his later appearances, and seemingly the last appearance of Hong Kwok Choi, who I really liked. I love his old kung fu stuff. And it's also got some of the Jackie Chan team in it. It's got Chin Sil Ho, Ken Lo, so there may be some okay action in it. I don't know, I'll find out when I watch it. The other one I got was Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. This has been on DVD in Thailand for many years, but no English subtitles. And I've often looked at it and thought, I wish it had subtitles, it looks kind of fun, I'd like to see it. I like Sandra Oh a lot, I like Louis Koo, so even though it doesn't look like an awesome film, I'll give it a go. So, not much in Malaysia these days. All the Speedies are gone. I was hoping there would be people like in the middle of the shopping malls, maybe a pop-up store, or maybe some people online who bought a load of cheap stock to sell it off later, but just can't find anything there. It's a shame, because Malaysia used to be a good place for films, but no more. Other thing I'm quite excited about, there's a bit of a story that goes with this. I'll keep it brief. I'm assuming you all know who Shaw Brothers are. I'm assuming you know about the films coming out on DVD in the early 2000s. And at that time, when they started coming out in Hong Kong, I didn't have very much money, so I couldn't buy many of them, and it really broke my heart. I saw many films come and go that I wish I could have bought that I just couldn't at the time. When I moved to Thailand in 2007, there were a lot of Shaw Brothers discs still about in the shops. And there were about 270 Shaw Brothers films released in Thailand that I know of. Mostly on DVD. There were a few that were VCD only, which sucks. And of those I've got about 250. A few of the VCDs don't have covers, they're ex-rentals I found, but mostly DVDs, about 230 DVDs I've got of Thai Shaw Brothers releases, and at that time I had the money to be able to buy them all. And there are a few that slipped through the net, and there's one in particular I've been after for a very, very long time. Now, the Brave Archer series are not exactly my favourite films. I've only really watched part 1 and a very, very poor bootleg copy of part 3 many years ago. So I've never seen 2 and 4. I've got 4 on VCD, the Thai VCD, but I didn't want to watch in Thai dub. I thought, I'll wait. In Thailand, like in Hong Kong, there was a box set with all 4 of the Brave Archer films. And the company that released them in Thailand, United, everything had the Chinese language track, everything had English subtitles, so it was just the same as getting the Hong Kong disc. Except VCDs were Thai dub only, which sucks. And this box set was not available anywhere when I came to Thailand. I looked and I looked and I looked and I couldn't find it. So since 2007 till today, I've been trying to find the Brave Archer box set. And it drove me crazy. Nobody had it. United stopped selling the Shaw Brothers stuff. There are other companies that did a few Shaw Brother films, but not many. And there was one company that re-released the Brave Archer box set, but with no English subtitles, so I don't want it. It's no good. And finally, last week, someone put the Brave Archer box set from United with English subtitles on the internet for sale, and I have it. So it's taken me 15 years to find the blasted thing, but still wrapped in plastic. Here is the United Brave Archer Part 1 to 4 DVD box set with English subtitles, which you probably can't see very well. I'm sorry, there's light issues at the moment. I have a broken light, and it's like it's a disco or it's doing Morse code or something, keeps turning on and off. It's really stupid, and I'm waiting for someone to come and fix it because it needs a ladder, which I don't have. And if I break the glass cover on it, then I have to pay for it. If they break the glass cover on it, they have to pay for it. You can see one up there. That one's busted, and the one directly above me is busted. The only one that works is the one over there, which doesn't really give me very much light over here. It's alright at night. It's enough that I can get around, but that one's been busted a long time. I just don't care about it. But this one is where I do my work. I need this back. But nobody here. Unlike the good apartment buildings in Thailand, where you pay very large sums of money and there's always somebody there in the office, I'm in a cheapy crap place, and someone's just there when they need to get the money every month. And then the rest of the month, hit and miss. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. So, I've sent a message. I'm waiting. Annoying. Has to be done. Sometimes I feel a bit sad about opening things, especially when they're like this, 20 years old and still pristine. I'm like, from this moment it's only going to get in worse condition. It's going to get damaged. I do feel a bit sad about that sometimes, but I bought it to watch the films, and watch the films I must. If you're not going to open it and watch the films, what's the point? It's like these people who buy Star Wars toys and never open them in the hope that in 30 years it might be worth more than they paid for it. Can't be bothered with that. So, you have one of these silly unfolding cardboard things. I'd rather have 4 hard boxes inside with the discs in, because unfortunately these things break very easily. The glue wears off. But there you go, there's the 4 Brave Archers. And you got pictures underneath. And the presentation is kind of nice, I suppose. Like I said, I would rather have hard boxes. I shall enjoy watching those later. So, new films, which is good. Next up, some people call these Japanese press books, some people call them souvenir programs. I'm never quite sure what to call them. And I like them. I've got a collection of about 60, I think, mostly from Hong Kong films. I've got a few from Japanese films too. And someone put these for sale, quite a good price on the internet last week. Actually, they were trying to sell them off auction style, asking for offers, and nobody offered to buy them. There was one other from Crime Story which somebody did buy, and I was sad that that one went because I need that one too. But these didn't sell, and I sent a message saying, well, you still got them, how much will you let them go for? I'll buy all of them, give me a price. So he gave me a price, and I said, alright, I'll take them. So he got Rush Hour, and I like these because they have different pictures sometimes that you don't get in other places, and sometimes you get good pictures like that which you can use if you ever need a scan. But the Japanese stuff annoys me sometimes because they do a lot of overlapping stuff, which is annoying sometimes. Here you got 4 good pictures, but you can't use this one because you got all the other stuff on top of it. But often they'll overlap everything so you can't use any of them. And there's some really good stills in this. It's a nice little book. Got most of the key images that you see in any other place. Jackie dangling from the Hollywood sign, most of it's in there. So, nice little book, I like that. Then we got Forbidden Kingdom, which in Japan they called the Dragon Kingdom. And sometimes you get good behind the scenes photos, which I like as well. So some good colour in this one, Jackie and Jet. There's a very good behind the scenes photo of, I think that's Peter Powell, but I could be wrong. I'm not exactly sure. I like a good behind the scenes photo. And there's some really good stuff in this one. Jackie doing the Dragon Claw. It's got a big fold out part in the middle. Jet the Monkey King. So these are quite good things to have if you like stills, like I do. And then you get stuff like this, so they got text all over. That's that one. Then we got Red Cliff, which I must admit I'm not keen on as a film. I don't like these mainland China army films. I find them boring. Saving General Yang and all that stuff. Like even Jackie Chan Dragon Blade, I didn't like that much. I found it kind of boring. This one doesn't have so much in the way of good stills. There's a lot of writing. I'm a big fan of Takeshi Kaneshiro, and I'll watch anything with him once. That's nice. I like Tony Leung as well. I don't always like Tony Leung's films, but I like Tony Leung. He's a great actor, and he's done some of, well, I don't know some of my favourites, but he's done a lot of films that I really like in the past. So there's the Hong Kong stuff. Then we got a couple of Japanese books. This is for Kikaider Reboot, and I'm not really that big of a fan of these kinds of TV shows, like Power Ranger-y stuff. But sometimes they can be okay. It depends how it's done. There was one that I quite liked, but I can't remember what it was now. And I quite like the Japanese Spider-Man. It's a bit silly though, with the giant robots and stuff. This is the kind of stuff they often do in these Japanese books. Lots of text over the top of pictures and overlapping stuff, and you can't really get decent stills out of it. There isn't a single still in here that I could really scan and use elsewhere, because they've all got writing over the top. It's kind of annoying. There are a few, but they're very, very small. It's hard to blow up something that small and have it look good. So, so book, not that keen on that one. And then we have Juvenile, which I've never seen. It's something about a robot. I've got a Thai poster for it. And lots of small overlapping pictures. Japanese text. That's actually kind of cool in the middle. Yeah, not so good. Advertising. Sometimes they show you all of the related promotional objects that you can get when a film comes out, and that's kind of interesting to see. I do like promotional objects. I do have a few that are quite good. One of my favourites, when the film Audition, the Japanese film, was released in the UK, they had some pens that looked like hypodermic needles, which are quite good. I got a couple of those somewhere. Made me laugh. I was really jealous when the film Corruptor came out. There were these handcuff key rings. I never managed to get one. I tried and tried. I've never been able to find one. Can't even find a picture of one. But I saw someone had one, and it was really nice. I liked it. I do have a few promotional objects, but they're mostly silly stuff. So Japanese books, kind of cool. Let's get on to the poster. Now, when I buy posters, when I buy from good sellers, this is me going to have a bit of a complaint as usual. Good sellers send in hard plastic, hard to break, hard to damage. Crap sellers send in stupid cardboard, which is squashed in the middle. So could be some damage to the posters inside, and that really irritates me. So it's not that difficult to get this plastic pipe. This is in every hardware store in the entire country. There's Home Pros everywhere. You just have to go to one and get it. It's not that hard. So these have been squished in the box, and as you can see, it's bigger that way than it is that way. Thank you, complete idiot, whoever you are who sent me these. Figure out who it was later. I think these are lobby card posters from Short Circuit and The Gods Must Be Crazy, if my memory serves, but it often doesn't. Let's try and get into this. It's frustrating. Gotta be careful with this stuff. It's possible to damage posters trying to get them out. There have been times when people wrap them in paper and then put tape all over it and you can't get in, and you either end up cutting it with a knife or scissors, or you rip it by accident trying to get in. I really hate when that happens. It's incredibly irritating. So when dumbasses send you posters in cardboard and they get squashed, you end up with creases running all the way through them, and that's not good. And so as I thought, here's The Gods Must Be Crazy, which I know is an African film. It's not a Hong Kong film, but it's a film that I like very much. Part 1 and 2. There were Chinese films with the same African tribesman Nick Tsao. There was Jumping Corpses and Crazy Hong Kong and The Gods Must Be Crazy in China. He did 3 Hong Kong films, but they weren't very good. The Gods Must Be Crazy Part 1 was the best. And then here's Short Circuit, which again is not an Asian film, but I love Short Circuit. It's one of my happy childhood memories, so I'm happy to have that. And as we go through the posters, I'm just going to put these on top of the poster pile over here, and I'll sort them out later. So those were sent by a complete idiot. Now we have, this is in between. This is not plastic, it's still card, but it's proper thick stuff. which if you want to squish it, takes quite a lot of force. It's hard to squish. Again, people wrapping and stuff, which makes it hard to get into. These were quite cheap, so the condition is probably not good. This is the most recent one that's come in, so I have an idea what's in here. I wasn't going to bother. He only had one that I wanted, but then put on a few others that I also don't have, so I thought, alright. Yeah, crapola. One of them looked fuzzy, and I wondered if it was just the photo or if the actual poster was fuzzy, because his photos were not the best. And unfortunately, the poster itself is super fuzzy, which sucks. So this is lobby cards from Shaolin Drunk Fighter, but I don't know how well you can see it. It doesn't look good. It's double exposed or something. They got the colours wrong. It's not printed properly, which sucks. Then we have some Chinese porn film, and I have no idea what it is, but I recognise that man. I know his face, and I will figure out who he is. I can't remember where I've seen him, but I know I've seen him in many films. He's a regular background actor. Then we have Shaolin Popeye. Supposed to be Shaolin Popeye, but they spelt it wrong. Some creasing, but I don't have it yet, and it's, like I said, not particularly expensive. This one is a Filipino film. I have the Thai lobby set and the Thai lobby card poster, but I've never seen the proper poster before. This is Virgin People, which it seems was quite a controversial film when it came out. It says here, the most controversial film in the history of Asia cinema, which I doubt, frankly. I think Shocking Asia is probably more controversial. That's just an opinion, I could be wrong. And these posters are weirdly double-sided with the same poster, A Flower in the Store, which is also double-sided with Great Massacre, the Lung Kar Yan film. So it seems that someone did a huge overrun of that poster, maybe. I don't know. That's quite strange. I don't know why it's on the back of so many posters. Here's another one with it on the back. This is a porno film from the look of it called Hello Hello Baby, which I know nothing about, and I just kind of like the art on that one. Sometimes I just buy posters because I like them, even if I know nothing about the film, even if it's not an Asian film. If it's a great poster, I'll get it anyway because it's nice. So there's those. Weird stuff. You do get these double-sided from time to time. I've got about 10 of them now. Alright, next up. These are all sent by people who know what they're doing. So, proper hard tube. Oh, good. High stuff. Luk Sao Jam To. Luk Sao Jam To. Don't know what it's about, but stars Sarpong Chatri, who died earlier this year, and Funny Man, Lord Top, and kind of nice art. Sorry you can't see it very well. I don't know when my light's going to be fixed, and I just want to make the video now because I'm in the mood. There's that one. Problem with posters, you have to be slow and gentle or else you get damage. You have another Thai film. This is Wiwa Hang Sang. Wiwa Hang Sang, something like that. I don't know. Thai film starring Yoranan, who I don't particularly like. And, oh yeah, this one. This is a Thai film with Sarpong Chatri again, I think, is in it. Is he on it? No, not on it. Well, his name's on it, even though he doesn't appear on here at all. This is a quite obscure Thai film, which is Chinese themed. I think I have it on VCD, but I've never seen a poster for it. And it does say Sarapong is in the film. His name is on the poster in Thai language, because I can read Thai language. His name is right there, but he doesn't actually appear in any of the pictures. But I've never seen lobbies for this film, so pretty nice shots, even though Sarapong's not in any of them, sadly. Would be better if he was, but he's not. But still, good things to have. The archive continues to grow. That's all I do, try and find other stuff that I don't already have. Alright, this one is one of those examples where it's hard to get into and you might end up damaging stuff by accident. Even just trying to pick the tape off, you can put a dent in the poster. You've got to be very careful with this stuff. It's very hard to find posters in good condition to start with, and then when I end up damaging them because some idiot did this, it gets rather annoying. I know they think they're protecting it from damage during shipping, but then you can't get into it to get the damn things out. And it is coming out, so eventually. Right. No idea what this is. Oh yeah. So, as you know, I'm a big Shaw Brothers fan, and I quite like the film Kid from Kwang Tung, which has Huang Jianli in it. And I've seen this poster for sale many times, and it's always been bad. It's fuzzy. And I saw this really cheap, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Maybe. But also fuzzy. Again, I don't know if you can really see, but it's like they're supposed to print the colours in the same space, and it's like it's off from where it should be on one of the colours. This also has rips down the side, which the seller didn't tell me. So I'm a bit miffed about that. Not a happy bunny. Oh well, that the printing is bad is not his fault, but he should have told me that it's ripped like that. Twat. Right, then we have Pechikatsi Chompu, Pink Killer, again with Sarapong, who died recently. I have this already, I got this for someone else. Somebody wants it, and I saw it, and I can get it. Then we have Yuppie Fantasia, which I thought I need, but it turns out I actually have. But the one I have is not in good condition, it's got brown water marks on it and stuff. This one's actually quite nice, so happy to change for that one. Then, hold on, it won't roll. Roll, damn it, roll! Okay. We have Ghost Fever, which is a spare for sale or trade. I already have it, but the price was quite low and I thought might as well throw it in. I don't know what film this is, but somebody asked me for it. Oh yeah, I've got to get back to him about that. Some kind of ghosty, hopping vampire stuff. I'll figure out what it is one day. Then we've got Brother of Darkness, which I already have. This is a spare for sale or trade. It's a category 3 film. It's not the most well known, but some people do like the Of Darkness films. It's not a great poster. It doesn't show any Cat 3 nastiness. There are some small pictures at the bottom, but nothing that... well, a little bit. Can see a little bit of nastiness in those. So anyway, if anyone's interested, that's hanging around. And Red Zone with Yurong Kwong. I really like Yurong Kwong. Again, I already have this. It's a spare for sale or trade. Also, is that Kenny Hogaging? I like him as well. Quite a nice poster. So if anyone's interested in that, I'll swap you for something I need. Alright, let's try and get these out of the way a minute. I'll tidy it all up afterwards. Sorry about this. Poster care cannot be rushed. When you rush, bad things happen. As I know all too well, sadly. Alright, 3 more to go. No idea what's in these until we get there. So this time wrapped in plastic with some tape holding it down. Good thing. And tape at the ends. At least this is quite easy to get off. There's some corners up. Alright, what do we got? Alright, this is a film called Iceman Cometh. Not the Yoon Bu film, something else has the same name. And I think this is a spare, so the one I have might be damaged. I might switch it for this one. This was one of those times when it's a set. Someone wants to sell all of these together and you got to take them all or don't buy. Shaolin Kung Fu Master, spare. If anyone's interested in your old Kung Fus, it's not the best ever. It's photos instead of art, but it's kind of a cool poster. You got Chang Yi, Wong Tao, Chi Quan Chun. Chi Quan Chun doing shapes. Ooh, nice. That's kind of cool. Why did I buy these? I forgot what this is called. It's like Young Shaolin Hero or something, which I already have, so this is a spare for sale or trade. Secret Service of the Imperial Court, Lung Kar-yan, Shaw Brothers. Amazing film. If you've never seen it, you really should. I have already, spare for sale or trade. This is why I bought it. I already have this, The Lackey and the Lady Tiger, but mine is not good. Again, the printing's off. One of the colors is misaligned with the others. This one is the way it's supposed to look. So I bought all 5 to get this one. It's kind of annoying. I have the other 4 already. I try and avoid that if I can. I try and find at least a few that I need. Recently I bought a lot of 100 German posters to get 17 that I want, which is also not the best deal ever. I've got a load of random German stuff that I don't want now. I'll try and find a home for it somewhere. Those will go on the internet site, on the website, eventually. All these spares will end up on worldmovieposters.co.uk eventually, but I've not been updating it because I've been busy with other things, sadly. But if you're interested in any of these, you can talk to me. You know where I am. Alright, 2 more to go. Again, I've got no idea what's in here. I can't remember. It was 2 months ago. Same person. Again, take down. Meanwhile, here's some hold music. Yes, it's been a bit of a quiet month. I've bought nothing for 4 weeks, and then suddenly those Japanese books and the Brave Archers and the first tube of posters that I went through came up all in the same 2 days. I was like, yeah, things are getting better, and then it's gone quiet again. The last week there's been nothing good, so I'm back to just waiting and hoping that something good will turn up. It used to be in the old days that there were places you could go and look. There were shops, there were movie shops, there were places where you could find people selling posters from time to time. But they've all gone. There's nothing left anymore. There were still a few until COVID, and then COVID seems to just killed everything. And now in Thailand, if you want to buy films, there's only one place, Boomerang. And all the boomerangs are the same, they got the same stuff, and there's very little in the way of new releases. It's all very rubbish now. It really sucks. Okay, this is this is from a pornographic Thai film called Pempak Part 2. They are covered, so don't ban me. I collect everything, even if it's films that I'm not particularly interested in. It's a Thai film, so I must have it. Unfortunately, kind of damaged. I really wish that people would show the backs of posters when they sell stuff on the internet. Then you could see the tape that they put on to hold it together. So it's a very large piece of tape, and it's kind of annoying. I will sometimes ask to see the backs of posters when they look a bit dodgy. Here we have Shaolin Chastity Kung Fu, starring Alexander Loray, one of my favourites, directed by the eponymous Robert Thai, who is sadly missed. May he rest in peace. This is a spare for sale or trade. I've got it already. Sadly again with tape on the back. Bastards. Really, really irritates me. And ink as well, which luckily doesn't seem to come through to the front. Sometimes the ink bleeds through to the front, and that's really annoying. Sometimes you see the picture on the internet and you don't notice the ink bleeding through because it's so small you can't see it. And then we have another Thai one, which I think I've got already. I need to check. Nang Pung Gap Satan. Yeah, it's like a snake woman kind of horror-y drama. I don't know. I've got it already. This is spare for sale or trade. This is one of those times when I had to buy the lot to get something that I want. So there's something in here that I need. I think I need this one. Another Thai film. Rajini Dok Na. Rajini Dok Na. Rajini is princess, Dok Na is some kind of flower. And it's about a woman singing. Yeah, it's not the most exciting ever, but I have to try and get every Thai poster I can. This is when a collection becomes an archive, where you're a completist and you just must have everything, even though it's not of particular interest to you. Due Rak La Pukpan. Due Rak means love to. La is and. I don't know, Pukpan. Could be their names maybe. Due Rak and Pukpan. I don't know. I have to try and figure it out. Not a very interesting film. I have the Thai DVD. It's kind of dull. I think I might need this poster. And now we got another woman singing poster. Rak Alai Pum Puang Duang Jan. So this is a biographical film about a real Thai singer named Pum Puang, who died quite young. And she was very, very popular when she died, and there's been a few films about her. And another Thai film, Payaban Tirak. Hospital, my love. Unfortunately, this one's damaged. I didn't notice until after I said that I would buy it, and then I was committed, sadly. There's a chunk missing, and they put a big bit of tape on the back, which rather sucks. and also someone's inked out something there, I don't know why, but it is a poster that I need, and it's in pretty good condition apart from the I could Photoshop that part out if I get a good picture of the poster to start with, which I might do at some point. Ink on the back again, bastard, which thankfully doesn't bleed through to the front, but it's still annoying. You should be made aware of these things. If there's any damage at all, it should be pointed out. And then last one, I got this yesterday. I went to see my friend Bomb, and he had this poster which I don't have. Nong Bua Dang. Something about a flower, Bua Dang. It could be her name possibly. It's another Thai romance. Nice artwork, starring Yoranan, whose films I've never liked. I've never seen one with him that I like. Sadly a bit damaged, but Bomb gave it to me. Thank you, Bomb. I shall add that to the collection. So that's all for now. Hopefully it will start to pick up again and some things that are interesting will come, but all I can do at the moment is wait and see. So happy collecting, everyone. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm just sitting here getting fat again. Not a lot to do. Have a nice day, everyone. See you next time. Hopefully I'll find something else interesting soon. Bye for now.